Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you saw by the title of today's video, we are going to be doing a prom 2020 makeup look plus a little bit of a vlog. Me and my parents had the brilliant idea, I think at least, to throw me and my friends a little social distancing prom where we all wore masks and just kind of danced and had fun and took pictures, and just so that we could get that memory somehow. And I honestly think it was better than the other prom I was gonna have. So yeah, in today's video I wanted to show you how I got my prom 2020 look, because it's a very, as you see here, natural pink fairy type of look. I'm also going to include kind of a vlog style of how the party came together, because it definitely was a process, and I want to shout out my parents again and again and again to show how amazing of a party they threw. And let's just go ahead and get into the tutorial. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you're not already, and click the bell down below if you want to be notified about my videos, and let's get into it. Okay, so we already know I'm going to be taking my Plouise base, of course, and just putting that on my eye and patting that in. And of course, I drew the line under my eyebrow. So I used a few different palettes for this look. So I'm taking the James palette and I'm going to dip into this light pink shade right here, which is very similar to the color of my dress. So I'm just taking that pink shade and using side-to-side motions, I'm going to start blending that through my crease. And we're going to be doing a cut crease today, so I'm kind of going to be bringing that pink up closer towards my brow, but still leaving a little bit of space in between it for the brow bone highlight, and also so that my brow doesn't look sunken down. I'm going to kind of bring the pink up similar like I did my Hollywood video, and I'm just going to kind of bring it up by my brow and then blend that through and kind of wing out the pink a little bit. Now I'm going to be taking my Blood Sugar palette, and I'm going to take the shade Royal Pain right here, and I'm going to use this as the kind of deepening shade. I'm going to take that a little bit lower than the light pink and slowly bring it up. I'm going to do an open cut crease, but I'm just starting at the inner corner. I don't know why, but I always do that. Now I'm going to start to bring it up. As always, we're trying to make my lid look a little bit bigger than it normally does. And then I'm just going to wing it out along the outside right there. So I'm going to take that light pink shade and I'm just going to put that all along my lash line. It's a very light pink, so it's not going to show up too much, but it's just enough color that you can kind of tell that something's there, and that's what we want. So I do recommend that you always do the lower lash line. It really does add a ton of depth, but also it really just completes your look. What I recommend is just looking forward, or if it helps, look up. You don't have to go super close to your waterline. You can even go a little bit lower. Now for the second part of the lower lash line, I'm going to take that dark pink shade in the Bloodlust palette. I'm pinching my brush and I'm just going to put this more towards the waterline. Usually my tip for any look is I like to kind of duplicate the lower lash line to the upper lid, I guess. Okay, so now I'm dipping into the white eyeshadow in the James palette, and I'm just going to set that. And as usual, after I use a white eyeshadow, I like to kind of bring back the color from the cut crease. Next, I took my Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. Like I said, I use a lot of palettes in today's look, and I'm taking the shade Ride or Diamonds along the outer edge. I don't usually like to use my finger along that part. I will usually grab a brush to get that area, but as far as the whole lid space goes, I typically like to use my finger because it usually picks up more product. For my brush, I'm taking the JH42. I'm going to be taking this on that same shade, and I'm going to begin to put this on the outer parts. So now that I kind of have a base layer for that color, I'm going to go ahead and grab my Bloodlust palette, and I'm going to dip into the shade Wet Jewel. And I'm taking that on my finger. It's a really beautiful glittery pink, and I'm using that as a topper on that other shade, and this just adds a whole nother level of pink iridescence to it. Okay, so like I said, I had Ariana Grande hair, so I was kind of going for an Ariana Grande type eyeliner look. Very similar to my usual eyeliner looks, it's just a little bit smaller. So I'm going to start by lining the eye. This is the simplest way, especially if you're new at eyeliner, to begin a look. I'm just lightly going on the inner part of my eye. And then I'm kind of going with the line of the cut crease, and I'm just going to make a little line right there. And then I want it to be a straight one today, so we'll draw a straight line the point right there. And as you see, there's a pretty big bump right there, so I'm going to fix that. So of course I'm taking my Jade 41 and I'm taking my Armed and Gorgeous palette in the same shade VIP as always, and I'm just putting this on the inner corner. I kind of like to blend my inner corner up a little bit. So same as always, I'm dipping into my Milani Luminoso blush. I'm just putting that on my cheeks. So I'm taking that powder and I'm just kind of blending that to make it more subtle. And I really have been loving the look of making my blush kind of like my bronzer, so I'm bringing that up on my forehead a little bit. So for highlight, I took a different shade. This is the Ofra X Nikki Tutorials highlight in the shade Cloud 9. It's a pink iridescent highlight. So this shade is a little bit less pigmented than Glazed Donut, but it still shows up for sure, and you can definitely see the iridescence. So I'm taking the Anastasia loose highlight in the shade Snowflake. I'm just gonna put this right on top. So I really quickly wanted to show you guys how I did my brows for the photos because it was a little bit different than what I normally do. So I'm taking my pomade as usual in the shade Taupe. Instead of just kind of, you know, caking it on and really making the color show, I'm just naturally fluffing it through my brows. And yes, I do normally do this, but I was making them even fluffier than normal. Kind of using the spoolie to comb them up. And I'm just combing through the bottom of the brow to add some color down there. So for the lips, I'm taking my Anastasia lip palette as usual, and I'm taking the pink nude kind of shade, and I'm going to use that shade to outline my lips. And now taking my Morphe lipstick in the shade TLC. So now I'm taking my Patrick TA Taupe gloss in the shade Is She Younger Than Me, my new favorite. So this, you guys, is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial. I really love this look. It was a very simple, natural, easy look to do, I think. And now we're gonna go on to the kind of vlog section where I show you guys the prom and all the pictures that came with it. And yeah, I just want to share this all with you guys. So I hope you enjoy, and here it all is.
It's about to happen!
Kita's walking through. Come on, queen. You guys, this is the completed look. So we did the Ariana Grande hair. The curls, girl. Yeah. Yes. We love to see it. Yes. guys, so that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial as well as the little vlog inside this video. Thank you so much for staying all the way if you did, and again, make sure to like this video, subscribe if you aren't already, and click that bell down below if you want to be notified. And please, you guys, comment down some video suggestions in the comments because I really don't have much in this noggin. Thank you guys so much. See you on the next one.